here off the coast of Neptune Island, South Australia. A place with some of the biggest sharks in the world. An abundance of bluefin tuna and New Zealand fur seals make this region prime hunting ground for the notorious great white.
Growing up to 25 feet long and weighing up to 5,000 pounds, these predators are mainly responsible for the 370 attacks and the 134 fatalities in these waters.
One of the most famous of these attacks occurred very close to here, just off West Beach. A teenager was being towed on his surfboard when two great whites attacked, just 300 yards from a crowded beach.
This was a completely unprovoked attack.
Witnesses say one shark tore the victim in half, while the other one took the remains.
With jaws and teeth capable of cutting a man clean in two. It's the bite of the great white that has brought me here. I'm joined by someone who knows these waters like the back of his hand. Andrew Wright is a longtime skipper, an expert on the waters of South Australia. Hey, Andrew.
Hi, Les.
What is it makes these waters more deadly?
You've got good nutrient-rich waters right in close to shore, perfect breeding ground for smaller fish. These fish are eaten by bigger fish, which in turn are eaten by the sharks. Combine this healthy population of white sharks with a high number of tourists and makes the numbers more interesting.
So more people in the water equal more chances for shark attacks.
Exactly, Les. With these sharks, even sample bites can be catastrophic. The white shark's jaws can deliver a bone-crunching bite of up to 1.8 tonnes. That's 3 times more powerful than the lion's.
That's incredible. We're gonna offer up this massive tuna to the sharks. We're gonna capture the powerful bite on film. By analyzing the footage, we can break down the anatomy of a great white bite. We'll even measure the circumference of the bite to see what kind of damage these sharks can inflict. I'm gonna get in the cage and observe from below. Andrew's gonna conduct the feed.
I chum the waters with hacked up tuna and fish blood. Great whites can sense blood in the water 3 miles away. And they don't keep us waiting long.
We've got a huge shark just off the stern here.
Yeah, well, you want to do that dishes.
He's hungry.
He's right in front of the cage.
Andrew throws the tuna in the water, which is attached to a rope. Hopefully, once the shark has taken a bite, he can haul the tuna back in, and we can take a closer look at the damage it's done.
I only just got under the water, and already I'm blown away by just how massive these sharks are. Look at that gaping mouth and huge teeth. I'm getting a good idea of why the bite on this animal is so deadly. That's a massive shark, and it's grabbed the tuna. Oh, he's hit the cage. That's unbelievable. That's incredible.
The shark took full advantage of the cage, using it to push the tuna into its mouth, and it ate the whole thing in seconds. Unfortunately, the shark didn't leave much of the tuna for us to analyze. I'm counting down my list of the deadliest waters on Earth. From the clear waters of the Bahamas, the aggressive sharks in the South Pacific, the incredible breaching great whites of South Africa. Here in Australia, I'm about to capture the bite of the great white shark in slow motion.
All right, hand me the camera. With this specialized camera, I'm gonna try and capture the devastating bite in slow motion.
As a great white approaches a food item, it lifts its snout and drops its jaw, causing its teeth to jut out. After the initial strike, the attacking shark may perform a swift, shallow, horizontal breach, repositioning and biting repeatedly. The shark will often shake its head violently from side to side, known as a lateral head shake.
The great white shark is capable of consuming over 30 pounds of food with every bite. It's designed for maximum destruction.
Over the next few hours, Andrew threw in tuna after tuna, and I filmed bite after flesh-ripping bite. The great white has one of the most powerful jaws of any animal, capable of exerting a bite of almost 2 tons. The jaws of white sharks are loosely slung below the skull, enabling them to protrude and thereby granting these predators extra reach.
There's a shark below us right now. I didn't even see that one coming. It came straight up from the bottom. And with amazing speed, it nailed the bait.
This time, we got some tuna back, but not nearly enough to do our test. This calls for a change of plan. I'm gonna see if I can hand feed a great white. If I can, I'll try to hold on to one end of the tuna. It may sound crazy, but it could be our only option.
Okay, here it comes. I'm hoping it only takes the tuna. Here we go. That was amazing. If I'd held on any longer, the shark may have bitten off a lot more than just tuna.
The shark's feeding had been voracious. Amazingly, we still haven't got enough tuna back to really analyze the damage of the bite. I realized that we're gonna have to get a bigger tuna.
All right, what we're gonna do now is bring out the biggest bait we have. It's a massive tuna. So we're gonna see if we can get the shark to bite it and still pull the bait back so we can get a good look at the damage that it's done. All right, Andrew.
The shark batters the cage and the boat. It tears through our biggest tuna and leaves just a morsel. The teeth of a great white are serrated along the edges to tear through flesh. It uses its entire body weight to add force to its bite. Those teeth can saw through flesh and bone like a hot knife through butter.
Ah! Woo! At one point, I thought that guy was coming right into the cage. That was absolutely incredible. That shark did not care about the boat or the cage. What he wanted was that tuna, and he was not leaving without it.
Check this out.
All right. I cannot believe you were able to pull this bait away from that shark. He was all over it.
Yeah, mate, look at the size of that. Let's get the tape on him. That'll have a circumference of 85 centimetres.
That's roughly about 33 inches, and the same size as same size as my waist, actually. Bit off in one bite.
You see all the serrations on the teeth, how he's dug into the flesh there?
Yeah, and look at the teeth on this thing. This jaw here is roughly the same size as a shark that bit into this fish. No matter how old a great white shark gets, it keeps growing teeth.
Yeah, look at the damage he's done.
Yeah. You know, the mechanics of the bite down there seem to be the same every single time. The nose would seem to come up, the jaw would drop, and it was almost like the teeth kind of rotated out, like they were jutting out to rip into some flesh.
That's right, Les. They're very effective biters. When it comes to a shark's bite force, it's all about the size of the head. With an adult great white, I'd say it's like being crushed by 2 cars.
So obviously when it comes to sharks, size definitely matters.
Absolutely.